Hello everyone. For today's video I'm in Hendon in Sunderland. I'm just on Grey Road, stood outside of Rectory Terrace. Look at those grand 3-storey houses. This video we're just going to visit some of the lost streets of Hendon. In the second half of the 1800s, Hendon expanded. Part of Bishop Wearmouth. Sunderland was the place to be, and Bishop Wearmouth, people came from all over, not just the UK but Europe as well. So there was loads of streets popped up. A few of them were the Sunderland cottage type of streets. Hendon has some of these 3-storey, I think these are the only 3-storey ones in Hendon, that's Rectory Terrace. And then they've got the 2-storey ones, quite grand houses. So that's Salem Hill, which is a great name for a street. We're actually on Salem Street South, which becomes Salem Street after this junction. So lots of the old streets of Hendon been knocked down over the years, some decades ago, some not too long ago. So as you can see here, we're up at Harrogate Square here. These ones look like 70s, 80s. And we're just off Towered Road, which is leads out of the city centre. Now, look at this huge space in the middle of Hendon. Now, we're only about 800 metres from Sunderland railway station. And we've got all this land which was long gone streets. Somebody told me on when I did something on before about this particular place that they were knocked down and demolished in the early 2000s. I've lived in Sunderland since 1994 and I can't even remember them. I don't even think I've ever been down this particular part of Sunderland back in the 2000s. It's sort of hidden away off Grey Road and Towers Road. But I can't believe how long it's been left empty. I think that building over there, somebody will remember, I think that was a public house. But so this is Salem Street South. This part, it wasn't just this part of Hendon which is lost lots of his streets. Some down near Hendon Road, Commercial Road, a lot of the old streets, like the Parade, have gone. Thousands of houses went, and even here, just look in the distance. I think that's over towards Clementina. I think it's Clementina Street, DNS Park. A lot of those particular streets are long gone. So you can see how grand some of these houses were. I think that's St. Vincent. Is it St. Vincent Street? These ones are 2-storey. I know it's Mowbray Road still. This is Mowbray Road, and I think that's Aubrey or Audrey Terrace. So just gonna have a walk down here. It's a lovely day. Nearly tea time. So this particular stretch is Mowbray Road. So we come down here. This is a back lane, so you can still see the layout of the old streets and the street lights. many people have had ancestors who lived down in these particular streets. So this next one is Amberley Street, so if your ancestor lived there, this was the spot. I did that story on Facebook the other day about William Huggins, who called the Salvation Army man, who lost his life saving somebody on North Bridge Street. That's where he lived. But it wasn't just that, we've got the back lanes down here. See where these bungalows were, that was Ward Street over there. So there remain thousands of people lived in these streets, if you think. So on average probably 4 to 10 people in each one. Lots of master mariners lived down here. To be honest, it's full of rubbish at the moment, especially that street. And that street was Harrogate Street. And then the grand church over there, that was St. Ignatius Street, which is Suffolk Street. Might go and have a look down there when those people have gone, because there's actually a plaque on the wall that I've meant to have a look at one day, but there's a few people around. These streets are mainly just shortcuts nowadays for people. I've never been in that particular church. It's quite big. Now they're going to go. Might have a look across it. So I drive past Suffolk Street a few times, and there is a big plaque on the wall, so I don't know if it's a war memorial or just like a stone announcing when it was built. Like a foundation stone. Let's have a look. That's another old Hendon road. That's Bramwell Road. I think was it called It might have been called Bramwell Street back in the day. That's all been demolished. What's that? The cross of St. Cuthbert, patron saint of Durham, is placed here in thankful memory of the men of this parish and church of St. Ignatius, the martyr who laid down their lives in the Great War 1914-18. Their names are inscribed on an inscription within the church. Lord have mercy. So it is a memorial to the men. I'll have to look online, because there's a North East War Memorials project which will probably have a list of all the men on there, but there'll be loads. So if you go down there, Suffolk Street ends up in Tatham Street, and you're in the city centre. See if there's anywhere else we can visit there. There's a clue that was Ward Street, because those bungalows are called Ward Court. Just think how many houses you could actually build on this site here. You could build hundreds, or how many apartment blocks you could build. But most of the new houses, if you'll get a shock if you ever go down the back of Doxford Park and drive around to Rye, there's absolutely thousands of brand new houses just being built on the fields up there. Just have a walk down here, see this old building. I'm sure somebody said it was a pub, and it has got some like marking on it. If I could ask all of you a favour, if you would want to give the videos a like, and if you want to, more importantly, click on the subscribe, because it will help grow the channel. I have got plans to do a lot more things later this year, and have some guests on who know a lot more than me on certain particular topics and issues that interest me, and I would like to get more people involved because there is so much history out there. But that house there, it's a grand house. I don't know if it's a couple of tourist houses converted into just one, but there's like two robins up on the top. It does look like that. It does look a little bit like a pub. So if you do watch it, if anybody who's watching remembers, please comment. Just heading back on to Grey Road, which where I'll end this video when I get there. Some of the old back streets. Probably can't see, but right in the distance is one of Frank Styles' murals on one of the walls. So how wide that road is, Grey Road here. These are all the two-storey ones, but if you go a little bit further down, Grangetown and Hendon, there's lots of the old Sunderland bungalows. So I'm going to end this video now. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.